Poughkeepsie has a new mayor. His name is Rob Rolison. Rob, thank you for taking a few minutes with me today.
It's my pleasure, Roger. Good to be here.
Well, you have logged a lot of walking miles during this campaign for mayor. You've met a lot of city residents, and you've met virtually every business person on Main Street. What have you learned from those folks about what they expect from their mayor, and how does that help you form what your role as mayor will be?
Well, I think the most comforting thing was during the campaign is that when I said that I believed in Poughkeepsie, so many other people do too, both in the business district and in our neighborhoods and in all the different corners of the city. And they have the genuine concern that I did about having a good, responsive city government. And as a mayor, that's your responsibility to be responsive, to set the tone at City Hall, to be a mayor that is out there and back in the neighborhoods. A lot of people said, hey, I hope this isn't just the first and the last time I see you. And it's not going to be, because I think that the mayor, as most elected officials, need to be out in the public as much as they can, because if you don't make that opportunity to talk to people, you don't know what's on their minds. You can't do it every 2 years or every 4 years and expect to hear the same thing. It's a constant conversation that we need to have with the public to be good elected officials. And it's exciting because people are excited about the city, which gives me the excitement level that I need to do a very difficult job. This city has many challenges. I mean, it is in crisis in certain areas as far as the fiscal part of the city is that, we need to better understand that and then communicate that to the public. I think one of the things that was a big concern for people was the communication between city government and City Hall and the public.
Mm-hmm. Now, do people realize that this is technically a part-time job that pays $25,000 a year, but yet they seem to expect a lot more from their mayor?
Some do, some don't.
In a leadership roles?
Yeah, some do, some don't. A lot of people don't really know a lot about government. I understand that. The good thing is in the city, it's a smaller place than, say, the county is, where we have opportunities to really bring that message out to the public of what this city is and what this government is and the limitations we have and the things we can do. And as far as the mayor's position, yeah, it is technically a part-time job with a full-time plus responsibility. I have been working full-time on this transition since literally Election Day, and it's not going to stop for the 4 years. It is a responsibility that requires the amount of time that you need to put into it, and that is a full-time position.
Let's talk about that transition for a little bit. How has that been going? You've talked to the media about who your transition team is, and how does that help you project what your objectives will be for the first 100 days?
It's critically important. The transition team is working very hard on assisting me and others in preparing to get into City Hall next week, and then moving forward, meeting the different challenges and benchmarks along the way, things that we have to do at certain times, things that are already in progress, things that have to be followed up on, just understanding the culture within City Hall, because I have City Hall people there, I have county people, I have nonprofit people. It's a very well-rounded group, and also, you need to hear from others and their opinions on things. It's important to know not just what you believe, but what other people's beliefs are, and how you can best hit the ground running, once you assume office. So it's been great, and the thing is, the transition team doesn't stop at the first of the year. This team is going to be meeting for at least probably several months as we go into the new year, because we still have to find a city administrator, find a finance commissioner. There's a search firm that we're hiring to do that. We got a $50,000 grant from the Dyson Foundation for this firm to go out and recruit, and then we'll interview and we'll make the pick, bringing other people in, city council, to make a pick for city administrator, and then we think probably finance commissioner after that. And there's a lot of work to do, and I will say, while I knew there was a lot to do, there's even more than I thought. And the transition team and city government in general have been very helpful and supportive of me. And I'm really looking forward to actually assuming the role as mayor, on the 1st, and then being in City Hall on January 4th, and being the mayor of the city of Poughkeepsie. And it's exciting, and it's going to be a very rewarding experience to have, in my life's resume, I think.
Very good. We're going to take a break. Sure. When we come back with the second half of this interview, we're going to focus in on the revitalization of the city of Poughkeepsie and the challenges that brings. We want to thank you for tuning in to HudsonValleyNewsNetwork.com, and we'll be back with the second half of this interview with the mayor of the city of Poughkeepsie, Rob Rolison.
Thank you, Roger.